In June 2025, the world stood at the edge of a larger war. For the first time, Israel and Iran engaged in direct, large-scale military strikes. Each accusing the other of crossing red lines. This wasn't a proxy conflict. It was real, deadly, and dangerously close to spiraling into World War III.
Two hours later, Iran retaliated with a barrage of
doomsday plane touched down at Joint Base Andrews last night. This singular event amid rising threat signals contingencies.
The scene has been cordoned off after a direct hit from Iran.
It's not going to escalate the conflict, it's going to end the conflict.
So what exactly happened? And where do we go from here? Let's break it all down. On June 13th, Israel launched a surprise attack named Operation Rising Lion. The target? Iran's nuclear facilities and high-ranking military officials. Key enrichment sites, including the Fordo bunker, were struck. Iranian sources confirmed the death of several senior nuclear scientists. The attack marked a major escalation, and Iran retaliated. Over 150 ballistic missiles and more than 100 explosive-laden drones were fired towards Israel. While Israel's Iron Dome intercepted many, several missiles broke through. One of them struck the Soroka Medical Center in southern Israel, killing civilians, including children.
This is Beersheba in southern Israel.
So now we are focusing on looking for them. Hopefully this number will not rise.
Just an hour before the ceasefire set in, killing 4 people.
The world reacted with outrage. Israel declared it a war crime. But that was just the beginning. On June 22nd, the United States carried out a military strike on Iran, targeting key nuclear facilities. Using B-2 stealth bombers, the U.S. dropped bunker-busting bombs on the Fordo site near Qom and launched cruise missiles at Natanz and Esfahan. American jets targeted Iran's underground nuclear facilities and command centers. In response, Iran launched missiles toward U.S. bases in Qatar, particularly Al Udeid Air Base. While casualties were reportedly low, the world got the message. This conflict was now global. The human cost has been devastating. In Iran, over 900 people confirmed dead, more than 3,000 injured. In Israel, at least 28 people lost their lives, including first responders and civilians. Hospitals overwhelmed, cities on edge, families displaced. This wasn't just a clash of governments, it was a tragedy for ordinary people on both sides. As the violence grew, so did international pressure. The United Nations held emergency meetings. European Union leaders urged both nations to de-escalate. The International Atomic Energy Agency warned that Iran's destabilized nuclear program could have irreversible global consequences.
They can get in a few months or even less, several cascades of centrifuges that will rotate and produce enriched uranium.
Grossi says the IAEA has found uranium traces at undeclared sites. But Tehran has stonewalled every inquiry.
We didn't see a program that was aimed at that, but they didn't answer some of the very, very important questions that were asked.
Iran has effectively blacked out global visibility into its nuclear ambitions.
Russia, China, the Gulf states, all condemned the escalation and called for restraint. Then came an unexpected twist. On June 24th, former U.S. President Donald Trump, working with Swiss and Qatari mediators, helped broker a fragile ceasefire. So far, the truce is holding, but both sides remain on high alert.
After 12 days of escalating conflict, former U.S. President Donald Trump has announced a ceasefire between Israel and Iran. Trump claimed the truce would begin within 6 hours and be fully enforced over a 12-hour window. He described the conflict as the 12-day war, suggesting it could have dragged on for years and devastated the region, but didn't. In a surprising statement, Trump said, "God bless Israel, God bless Iran, God bless the Middle East." Neither Israel nor Iran has officially confirmed the ceasefire. Further statements from both governments are expected soon.
Iran accuses Israel of violating airspace. Israel accuses Iran of cyber attacks. Trust clearly is in short supply. So where does that leave us? There are 3 possible futures. 1. Another strike breaks the ceasefire and we spiral into all-out war. 2. A cold peace holds, fragile, but enough to avoid more bloodshed. Or 3. Serious diplomacy begins and real dialogue replaces drone strikes. But nothing is guaranteed.